opening and widening. I did forget one tool, whatever. Compressing. So you see how sometimes the bat shakes? I don't know if you guys can see that on. And I'm going to show you guys how to adhere a bat down a little bit better because sometimes this throws students off. I'm a little used to it, so I'll go through the next one, how I fix it. Well, you know what? I'll do it this time. Okay, because it's good that this is happening. This bat pin has popped through here, which is not good. It would really hurt my hand, actually. Take this and move this off. All right, so sometimes what is helpful, I'm gonna pop these out. I can put a very small, thin, and really thin patty of clay down. Okay, so you see how thin this is? I mean, it's if I put it on too thick, it's gonna really put that bat on level. I'm gonna put these bat pins back in. Hopefully that's gonna fix a little bit of the problem. Oh yeah, that is much better. Alright, so for the first lidded jar, you're still going to do same pulling method. I would again recommend compressing the rim really vigilantly, making sure that it's staying really nice and centered and even, symmetrical. It's going to help. All right, but for this type of vessel, I do want to make this flare. Now, notice that it's not a flare that's this. It has a slight curve here. And how I can even really define that curve is by even just using my rib tool. So it has this nice kind of curve in there. I'm still going to go back and work on this, but I'm going to rib tool this. I'm going to make sure all the water is out of the vessel. And I'm just going to make sure that this is in a shape that I'm really happy with. about the shape of that lid and that curve, the idea is that we're replicating the two curves. So I'm going to clean this off. Again, I'm not going to wire cut it. Now, I did stick this bat down with a little bit of clay. So I am going to be careful taking this off, okay? Because it's going to have some suction, okay? So I'm doing like little lifts all around, so I'm using this. What I don't want to do is pry at it and it's just going to fling forward, because that does happen. So that's the negative with using a little bit of clay, because sometimes you get a little bit of suction. So it's off, which is good. But I'm going to now use my calipers while it's in front of me. When I'm measuring the calipers, when I'm using the calipers on the vessel, I have my calipers crossed. When I'm measuring a lid, I have my calipers open. That is the rule for every single time you measure. So because I'm measuring the vessel, if you think about it, it makes sense. I'm doing a measurement of this interior space. It's very difficult to do that accurately like this. It's not measuring the interior. It's kind of the exterior. So this is the only way I can get that measure. So what I want is I want a measurement of the interior all the way up to the rim. That looks good. Now I'm going to put that down. Don't bump it. I can take this